There we go. Hello. Good morning. Just in a little session at the gym. Bear with me. My mirror is deciding to be a bit of a dick. Hope you can hear me all right. There we go. Using a different camera today. Excuse the nipple slip. Bloody tops. Other than my phone, I've got a little mounted camera up on the windshield, as you can see, and external microphones, so hopefully the sound quality and the picture quality will be a lot better than from my old dog and bone. Just finished at the gym, did a little leg session. As you can see, they need a lot of work. Always had very skinny legs. It's genetics, isn't it? But I'm working on them, and they're strong. They're strong for what they are. Strong for their size. I'm strong for my size. I'm one of those little freaks of nature. A racing snake, they called me in the army. So, the rise and fall of junk monkeys. Now, there's a bit of clickbait in that title, isn't there? Because there is no fall, quite frankly. There's no fall at all. What that means is, when we started out, I had a dream. Like Malcolm X. Not quite as grand a dream, but I did have a dream nonetheless. And that dream was to make junk monkeys a local household name for the right reasons. For being known for amazing service, quality service, friendly, happy-go-lucky, nice, just nice people, who we are. And we grew really quickly. When we started up, we exploded, and within 12 months I had, I think, 2 members of staff, about 5 vehicles, a 2,500 square foot warehouse. Man, it got big quick, really big, really quick. But I stopped enjoying it at that point. I didn't really know what to expect. I was just trying to keep up with things. I was just trying to keep up with the demand, and I was trying to please everyone. And that's hard. It's hard. It's hard to please everybody. So, when the lockdowns came, the first one, man, flat out, 16-hour days. Everybody was at home in their gardens, though, weren't they? It was spring. It was a really hot spring, not like this year. And we just took off, hence why the BBC got interested, and we had our little stint on BBC Breakfast. Now, I've had staff come and go. I've had some really shit ones, if I'm honest. And the odd couple that were amazing. But I've got to a point where I just got sick of spinning plates. I was spinning one plate here, running over to there, spinning that one, running over. I ended up having to come off the vans. I ended up having to just solve problems all day long, fight fires. As much as you would like somebody to, nobody will ever work as hard for your business as you will. And that's just a tough reality. So as a business owner, I see myself as having 2 choices. Going big. Now, I could franchise this company quite easily. The brand is very franchisable. I could put 3 vans on the road fully staffed and keep them busy quite easily. I choose not to. And I choose not to because quality is the important thing for me. And the more staff you have, the more the quality drops. The more, you have to drop your standards. You can't expect everybody to be the top of the game all the time. And it doesn't matter how much you pay them. I missed being out on the vans. I did. I missed the customer interaction, the driving around, the different places, the different scenery, fresh air, the work, the actual manual labour. I missed it all. And I was at a point where we were just having to get in as much work as we could to keep the turnover going, to keep the bills paid, to keep people in a job. Now, with the uncertainty of this last year and a half, all these lockdowns, coronavirus, who knows what's going on, hopefully we're seeing the end of it now, but we don't quite know, do we? It was meant to be 2 weeks at the start of it. Lockdown for 2 weeks, kill it off, and then we'll be back to normal. And what is normal now? So I've had to change the way that we do things, and I basically figured that it was probably best to run as lean as possible as a company, to get back out onto the van full time. Darian got to a point where she was ready to come out onto the vans. The boys were at an age where we could put them both into nursery. That's pretty much the deciding factor. The van actually kept getting vandalised at the old place in Droitwich. Somebody kept slashing the tyres. Jealousy. I don't know. It's crazy what people do. Criminal damage for the sake of what? So it was costing a small fortune in tyres at the end of it. So I brought it back home and decided to work from home. And it's saved me a commute of 2 hours a day, which is helpful because I get to spend more time with my family, with the boys. I can go to the gym like this morning. And we've just decided to have more of a quality of life, I think we've built the reputation up now, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. We have a very, very, very loyal following. If you're just seeing this on YouTube, check out our Facebook page. We are a bit of a miracle success. Over nearly 33,000 local followers. I'd say that 32,000 of those are local people, and the rest are made up from mostly American junk removal companies. Hey, shout out. So, to put that into context, we have the highest following in the entire waste industry in the UK on social media. Second highest in the world. The only people in front of us, to my knowledge, is America's biggest franchise, which is a multi-million dollar operation. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is huge, but they're the only ones that are beating us as far as followers go, and in all honesty, I don't think that their followers are as of a higher quality as ours. So we've got the reputation. We've got to a point now where we pick and choose a little bit more as to what we do. I don't have to fill the day up with jobs just to keep the turnover going. As crazy as this sounds, semi-interview people when we get inquiries as to whether we want to do that job. You can't do every job. We can't do every job. So we sort of do a bit more quality control. Not everybody wants to use us. Not everybody is our customer. And that's an important thing to remember. There are people out there, as crazy as this sounds, that price is their deciding factor. And with that, they don't actually care what happens to that rubbish, that junk, once it's gone from the property. They don't care whether it's dumped in a lane. They don't care. They just want it gone, and they want to pay as little as possible for that privilege. And there's a few people out there that will do a job ridiculously cheap. And our biggest expense is tipping fees. The price of disposing of this waste is really high. It's astronomical. You wouldn't get your breath. You know, we don't make much profit on every job. Our sort of business model is to do a number of jobs throughout the day, and each one of those jobs provides a little bit of profit, and over the day that little bit of profit adds up to be something okay. You know, we're never going to be millionaires from this. We're never going to get rich. I don't drive high-end cars. We don't live in a high-end designer house. Quite the opposite. We're very modest, and we're not in it for the money, so we don't need to cram ourselves. And you know, I don't need teams of guys out there bringing all the money in. As long as we've got enough jobs to fill our day, and we're not overstressed, we're not doing stupidly long days, I'm happy then. It's about quality of life now, not just quantity of work. For far too long I have worked to live, and now I don't do it that way anymore, you know.
So we're trying Dawson at nursery again today. He started antibiotics, so hopefully they kick in soon. And Dalton doesn't go to nursery on Fridays because they haven't got space for him at the moment. What? Oh, did you bring your pterodactyl? So Dalton's going to my mum's house today. I've got to run a few errands for her. She's not very well at the moment. She's quite poorly, so she's going to have a little bit of Nana Dalton time this morning. And go this way. And I'm going to go do some shopping for her. We're now just waiting for him to take Mum to the hospital to have a pump off. So Dalton's dancing to Baby Shark.
Oh, man. What an absolute palaver. What an absolute palaver. So I've got this flash little camera. Show you there. And I've got some external microphones. It's even got a little fluffy windbreaker thing. And I tell you what a nightmare. I've done a video on it this morning, going to the gym. I'm back on my phone now. Did a video this morning, going to the gym, and I've been trying for a few hours to upload it onto my phone so that I can edit it, and it just keeps overheating. And then I've done another video on the way over to dropping this crap off the back of the van, and guess what? It's been making things overheat again. Apparently I've got a Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, whatever that means, and apparently they're quite renowned for overheating, which is stupid. Why does a phone, this day and age, why are things made that they can overheat in such a manner? So I don't know if any of those videos are going to be any good. You may see them for this one may come before that. I may just do everything off my phone from now on. Who knows? These video things are it's not a big learning curve, albeit a frustrating one at times. So we will see. We will see what happens. Even with the previous videos we've done on the phone, it's still overheated with uploading to the editing suite. which is, it's just so frustrating. You get sort of 3/4 of the way through and shuts everything down. Your phone's too hot. Well, you should be able to handle it. They're not really long videos. I'm not really asking a great deal, am I? As I said originally, you will get the good, the bad, and the ugly with us. Not so much ugly, because junk monkeys, there is no ugly in junk monkeys. Just beautiful people doing beautiful things. But yeah, you'll see the bad things. I'm a little frazzled at the moment. Little this is frazzle Paul, a little frustrated. But what can you do? We live and learn. And it is all a learning curve. And as time goes on and things progress, I will no doubt find better strategies for recording and editing and better equipment and, you know, better apps and software. I'm just not that technically minded, so what I am is wearing a Junk Monkeys t-shirt today. Albeit with holes.
So I'm just waiting for Mum to get dressed, and then I'm going to go take her up to the hospital with my little pal. Hugo, you going to sing? Hugo, sing. Ow! Hugo, sing. Ow! You're so clever. You're so clever. Clever boy.
Do this. So I've got a new phone holder, because the other one was pants. It was absolutely terrible at holding the phone. It kept falling off. Not good. Not very fun when you're driving along and you need it for the sat nav. Not fun at all. It's really overcast today.
So I've just spent the last 5-10 minutes sat in Nursery car park. We've got Dawson. Say hi. Say hello.
No.
No. And I've just been frantically turning the car inside out because from the car to the door I've somehow lost my key and don't know where it's gone. And I've just got out of the car and it was on top of the roof. It's been one of them days today. If my head weren't screwed on, I'd have probably forgot that as well.
Whoa, hot. So that job was awesome. A bit of a walk, not particularly difficult, but the client was amazing. There's something about Junk Monkeys that seems to attract the right kind of people. She was just so grounded and down to earth, and had a lovely collie, a lovely dog. And we started talking. She got me a coffee and started just talking, and I mentioned that I'd done Reiki, my level 1 before, and she's also done Reiki. She's done her level 2, so straight away. And I find this a lot. There seems to be a lot of people in the esoterical world that are attracted to Junk Monkeys, which is a bloody good thing, you know. I'm more than happy with that. They're amazing people, and yeah, we just connected so well, and I love that. I love how you guys are amazing. Honestly, I could never pick better customers, clients than what we have. You guys are all. We don't have anybody bad. We don't attract assholes. It's freaky. It's freaky. Like, you know, like attracts like, and that's why I'm okay with doing these videos. I used to do those billboards, and opening up about who I am realistically, because I'm speaking to like-minded people. If you're watching this, you're a like-minded person. You're watching this because you feel an affinity of some description with us, and no doubt a bit of an energy is calling you in. And I will discuss more of my adventures with Reiki and the reasons why I went into it, got pulled into it, and the reasons why I stopped that path. I had a few experiences. You have your chakras aligned when you do Reiki, and you know, it's about chi and energy, and everything's energy. Everything in this realm is energy. Everything's vibration. Everything vibrates at a certain frequency. You know, matter is all the same. Matter is the same thing. It just different objects, different things vibrate at different frequencies, which makes it different. It's different. And I had a couple of experiences that I didn't know how to handle. To some people this will sound really strange, and if it does sound strange to you, I get that. It would have sounded strange to me at some point in my life. Some of you will resonate, some of you will understand straight away exactly what I'm on about. One of my experiences, I'll throw this one out there, I was driving through Wales, and a mountain, I looked at a mountain, and it communicated with me, not with words. It's very hard to describe. It was like feeling, sort of like it portrayed, it gave me a sense of its might, and it's very difficult to explain because it's not a line of communication that we understand, and that we're used to. It showed me its presence, and it blew me away. And there was a few other things around that same time, shortly after, and I didn't really know how to cope with it. It was kind of overwhelming. I would walk into a supermarket and everybody's energy was just like hitting me, every angle. And it was overwhelming, and I didn't really know how to. It's like something had been unlocked in me, but I wasn't given the tools to deal with it. And I sort of pushed away from it then. I mean, that's where a lot of my empathy comes from. You know, I am that way inclined anyway, but I did push away from it then, and I think I'm probably ready to go down that path again. We were just talking, and she's recommended somebody to do my next phase of Reiki with. I found when I was doing it before it got too commercial, I found that it's like the whole personal training thing. I don't teach people training. I train people because I don't think that you should. People have to earn a living, but you know, it's health and it's fitness, and you should have that information freely. It's going to benefit you. Why should it just be for the privileged few who have the ability to pay for it? Because when I learnt personal training, I didn't have a job, hence why I decided to go and do the course. I couldn't afford a personal trainer, so I figured I'd become qualified in personal training, and then I wouldn't need a personal trainer because I'd know everything there was to know. And then I learned how corrupt a lot of the courses are, and how you don't actually learn everything you need to know, and you're just given a whole load of crap to tick boxes. Completely other story. But yeah, I think it might be time to go and do my level 2 in Reiki, and perhaps I'm kind of scared though. I'm honest, it's like opening Pandora's box up again,
I mean, when I say I've had some shit happen in my life, I had some shit that's out of this world, you know. And it did scare me. It did scare me. So I don't know. I need to go and take a moment to process it, I think. But yeah, man, you guys are awesome. All of you are awesome. I've made so many, not just friends, but people who I consider and they consider me family. You know, I've got a few sort of adopted mothers out there who've taken me under their wing, and you guys are all lovely. It's a very particular kind of person who tends to use junk monkeys. We seem to attract the right kind of people for who we are, and I love it. I love it. It just buzzes me. It amazes me each and every time it happens that there's these people that I just can connect with and they're not necessarily people that I would bump into in everyday life. You know, that's fantastic. This isn't a job. This isn't a job. This isn't about money. This is. I mean, yeah, I've made myself my own job, and the money pays the bills and puts a roof over our head. But it's more than that. And I think that's why people pick up on that. I think people they feel that we're more than just junk removal. We're more than a company. We're not corporate. I despise corporate. We are unique. And the people that use us are unique. You're all amazing. So, there we go. Off home now. And pack some bags for the weekend. See what happens over that. No doubt there'll be a video tomorrow. With Darian and me together rather than little snippets of our days individually. So, thank you very much for watching again. I'm not too sure when this video is going to go out, at some point today, but as well as packing, I've got to edit all of this down and figure out my phone overheating and sort of try and put everything together into something that makes a bit of sense. We'll see. Have a great night, and I will speak to you all soon. Adios.